3, 2. Yo, 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 you already know what it is. It's your boy K Brown, the CEO, and you just tuned into episode 5 of The Spice. And I got my two beautiful co-hosts with me, my homie and my beautiful sister Christy. Tell me what y'all do. Tell them where y'all from.
I'm Christy Green. I am the CEO of G&G Rentals as well as B&G Boutique, and I'm from Austin, Texas.
Facts. And y'all already know what this is. Welcome to The Spice, your official relationship business podcast, where we try to help navigate through this crazy dating market. You know what I mean? But we want to get into it before we move any further. We got a couple sponsors today, so we want to get into our first sponsor because it's this Saturday. You already know the two damn funny comedy show by my man D Will. And if y'all don't know, KNT Radio will be in the building. Shout out to my man Alabama. He the headliner. You know what I mean? I had seen on Comic View. I had seen on what coming to the stage. My man's doing his thing. So get your tickets. Get with D Will and if you want to interview live at the comedy show, hit me up. And that's two damn funny comedy show. Shout out to D Will Entertainment. What you think about that one?
Dope.
Facts. We're gonna be in the building for that one. Shout out to them. Get linking
I
the
wish
bros
I was
up.
able to be in the building.
Yeah. When you come out here, so you going to look out for Christy. Gonna be doing live interviews at the Drew Hill. You know what I mean? But we ain't gonna go to that sponsor. That's later in the day. But before last week, I told people on Twitter to give me some questions, and I said I'm gonna be looking to see which ones I like, and we're gonna talk about on the show. So the first one that I like, it's this one's from Casina Now. I think that's NAU. I guess I'm trying. Open discussion. Do men stick with a female while she trying to bite herself? I'm gonna start with you, Queen.
Yes, yes. I feel like just as well as a man will stick by a woman will stick by a man. I just feel like it's got to be the right person. And if he actually care for you, if y'all vibe out, I feel like y'all can build together, and he'll start from scratch with you if he mess with you like that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I agree. I agree because men is rock with you if you trying. You know what I'm saying? But we not just saying you get you doing your but you better in yourself because there's a caveat I would say. Are you better in yourself in the areas that he has a problem with? Or are you just trying to elevate the areas that you might like? What you think?
Um, I think it's both. I think it's both. Honestly and truly, I really feel like if you work on bettering yourself as a person, then everything around you gonna fall in place. If you just work and deal with things within, I feel like it's gonna make you a better person in general.
Facts. But what if I got a question? So what if your significant other you wanted him to fix one thing that was bothering you in your relationship, right? But he was fixing everything else but that one thing. So because you're technically elevating yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Um, we talked about a lot of things like this off camera. I believe in taking people where they at right now, accepting who they are. And if I'm not trying to fix something, that means I don't feel like I have a problem with it. Me actually trying to fix something is actually catering to your needs, and then I'm gonna actually be fake because I'm not being true to myself. That's who I am. Like I said before, you don't get to tell people how to love you. You learn how they love, and you accept it or you don't accept it. If you don't want it, then you move around.
Explain
That's
that.
how I feel. So like in general, like we have things that we need to work on. Like everybody feel like trauma, just a lot of things, communication. But if I don't feel like I need to work on that, if I don't feel like that's the area I need to work on, but you feel like that's something I need to work on, then I'm only trying to fix that for you. And I'm not gonna be happy because that's not something that I feel like. That's like apologizing for something that you don't feel like you did wrong. Like, why am I telling
Okay.
you that I'm sorry because you triggered by something that I said? That's not how I meant it. That's what it is. That's if you don't want it, then you just move around. I feel like it really depends on what it is too, though. Like if it's like communication, if it's like it's just different. But I feel like if I don't feel like I need to work on something, then I'm not gonna work on it. And me doing that is only for you, and it's not gonna last long. You ever had a discussion with
Mm.
somebody and like you told them, oh, I don't like you did this, you did that, and they fixed it for like a week and they went right back to doing it?
Yeah, I call that the time extension. Like
Right.
yo, and
That's
that's really
because
what
I
it
don't feel
is.
like I did anything wrong. I don't feel like that's wrong.
Mm.
I'm doing it
So
to suit you.
okay, so what you're saying is because you don't feel like you did anything wrong, you're just changing until the argument's over and it's in the clear, and then you're gonna go right back to how you usually do because humans are creatures of habit.
Right. And it's in me. And then too, like I said, if I don't feel like I did anything wrong, then of course I'm gonna revert back to that because it's like, what did I do wrong? Or, okay, well, you said, okay, well, fix something with the communication. Okay, I'm gonna try. What would you like me to do? What would you like me to work on? So as I'm doing that, I mean, everything takes time, but if I don't feel like that's a problem, it's not gonna last long. Cause like I
Mm.
said, I'm just doing it to put a band-aid on it for you. I'm making you comfortable. That's how I am. That's how I move.
But also, it's like I agree and I disagree. Like men stick together, but like we gotta do better sometimes. Like sometimes, like we trying to like while she's bettering herself, like she might just be at a crazy low vibration that's going to destroy both of y'all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Cause you know what I mean. And you're trying to pill like she working on herself, but sometimes it takes separation for completion. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all might be on two different paths, and where she's at right now, while she's bettering herself, can destroy your where what God has in store for you. Because let's just say, you know what I mean, you're a businessman, right? But
Mm-hmm.
she's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? She's working on herself to calm it down, to understand her anger issues or whatever. Or he's working on himself. What happens when you're in a business meeting and he's trying to work on himself. Like he does like go to anger management and stuff like that, or she does go to therapy or whatever, right? And then it blows up at your business meeting.
I feel like that's when you set boundaries. Okay, here's the thing. This is what I mean. If I'm dealing with you and I know that you act a certain type of way and I can't bring you around uh, a business partner, a family member, I'm going to create a boundary until you are able to move in that light. Until you're able to adapt to that situation. I'm not gonna put me and you in a situation to where we both basically lose. No. If you are not able to conduct yourself, if you're not able to have a logical conversation, I'm not gonna bring you around those people yet. It's gonna be a
Mm,
boundary. And also, like, that's why I was telling you, like, people have to learn to abort the mission. And like you said, I understand it's like, okay, sometimes it takes separation. Right. But we can actually have an understanding. We can actually have some type of friendship, situationship, whatever. We don't have to leave each other alone per se, but we need space at the same time. So like I said, that's when we create those boundaries. Like, okay, yeah, we together, we working on, it's just me and you, and I'm only communicating with you. I'm only doing certain things with you, but we need to get to a common ground to where we both can maneuver in a healthy space. And until we do that, we're going to create the boundaries. Because some people feel like boundaries is actually to shut you out. But boundaries, you set a boundary when you still want to deal with somebody. You're just going to
that's
have
real.
to deal with them.
Exactly. I agree. And that was fire because I agree 100% because you will have to set a boundary because some people are good at different things. Like they might not be good at the business meeting, but they might be your motivator or your backbone. Because some people are sent into your life not to help you, but to care, not to care help you in your business, but actually care about your mental health. You know what I mean? Because I have people that don't even want to hear about what I want to go on. They just care about how my mind and how my health is. For real. And you need those people around you too.
Right. And then you can't blame people for what they don't know. Like,
Mm.
if I've never been around, if I never went to a restaurant and just say, for instance, if I've never tried sushi, I can't, you know what I mean? Like this, I've never been around that environment. I've never been around people that actually go to certain restaurants, move a certain type of way, and I can't punish you for that. Like, if I deal with you, that's a part of baby girl question. Like, whenever I'm down, if I'm down in a sense to where not just financially, mentally, emotionally, and actually I'm down, like I can't maneuver in certain lights, it's like, okay, yeah, until you're strengthened in that area, like, we're gonna do certain things, we're gonna create certain boundaries, because you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to act
Yeah.
like that, if you don't know how to move like that, then I'm gonna teach you. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of building, that's a part of staying down with each other. It's not just a title thing, it's not just a financial thing, it's deeper than that, to me.
Right. I like that one. And I like this next question too. This is another one. It says, and this one's from Felicia Mint J. There's not just men on here. Men do not get married to divorce. Women do. I'm gonna leave that one up there for a little bit. And you can start this one off. What do you think? Men don't
Here you go.
get married. We got what you think about this one? This is juicy right here.
I agree with baby girl, because women come with more conditions than men.
Mm.
Like, men are
You
easy to
gotta
please.
explain
Men
that
are
one.
black and white. Men are black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they normally, like, when they pick you, like, once it's up, once it's stuck, it's up. You know. So it's like they actually tried, to me. Like, no, I actually agree with baby girl with that one as well. Like, it's women come with more conditions. You gotta. We talked about this off camera. You gotta apologize 9 times out of 10 for not even doing something wrong because she felt some type of way, or because,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I totally agree with baby girl.
And like, yo, this one is not talked about enough because, yo, they say men are scared of commitment. This is the funniest thing I ever heard because we grab 2K every year. That's not commitment.
Y'all go to the same barber.
We go with yo. Listen, I was nappy for 3 weeks because my barber was on vacation. Like that's the commitment and loyalty that we have going on. I had the same football team since 1999, the Atlanta Falcons. I had the same basketball team, the Los Angeles Lakers. I got the purple and black on right now. You know what I'm saying? Purple and blue, purple and gold right now. You see what I'm saying? So when is we literally jump in once we choose you, we have no plans on breaking up. We're only in a relationship because you have potential wife qualities. You know what I'm saying? And we go back to what we talked. Me and you talked about this off cam before too. Like that's why I say when you got a guy that chose you, you should move in a certain outlook, move in a certain way, because you don't want to make him think differently of you when he already has you in that high standard. So if
They
he
go
got
both
you in this high
ways.
standard, I agree. It goes both ways. Because if you out here making your girl look stupid, and I'm talking about like even what we talked about the last week on like dudes don't even like cheat right anymore. Like they on dates with the side joint. They all at the mall. Everybody knows she getting cheated on. Nah, if you gonna have a side joint, nobody should know you got a side joint but y'all two. You know what I mean? So when your girl's walking around, she's not getting these questions asked, and nothing's worse than to a female than her hearing something about y'all from somebody else, not you. You know what I mean?
You want my opinion on that comment?
Yeah,
So
go
when a
ahead.
woman to say, "Oh, a man scared of commitment," those are the type of women that have sex with a man and believe they're in a relationship. Those are the type of women that'll lay up with a man and y'all pillow talking and she take it. Those are the type of women that have sex with a man and then it's like, oh, we go together after that. No, y'all don't.
Y'all really don't.
So it's like he don't have a problem with commitment. He just don't want to commit to you.
Yeah. And
So when
another
they
thing
say,
too. Go
like
ahead.
when they be, I'm sorry to cut you off. Like when they be on there and say, oh, do men go on dates? Do men buy flowers? They do.
Hmm.
You just don't turn them on financially. He just don't want that with you.
Yeah. You post like even with men like we be watching like if we like a female, we are in a real snipe mode. Like just so y'all know, we are real snipers. So how you post, how you present yourself can turn him on or turn him off. You know what I'm saying? So if you're presenting yourself, going to work, handling your boutique, handling your fashion, doing this, always got some business going on. You're posting videos of your clients. We like that. We sniping. Okay, yeah, I like. Yeah, I might have to send. If your his daughter got hair, I swear to God, he would send his daughter to get her hair done. Dudes is snipe. I'm trying to tell you, like this is real game. If you like a hairstylist, you might not have no hair, but your daughter, your son might have some hair. They, you know what I mean? Get the twist done, get a retwist. You know what I'm saying? But catch 22 on the other end, dudes like exclusivity. Like we like the big booty joint. We like the joint that's like posting all the thirst traps and all that. We like that too. Like if dudes can, if you on here acting like you don't like a good twerk video, you don't like to see a nice butt, nice, you know what I mean? You
You
capping
know
on them,
what?
right?
We talked about that off camera as well. Like,
Right.
cause I
But
didn't
we,
have some issues. I didn't have some things where I have posted like my business stuff, me and my outfit, and it's like it's taken as a thirst trap. I think like sometimes men feel like we do a lot of things for them, and sometimes we really don't. The twerking and stuff. Some people just enjoy dancing. Some people just
yeah,
like,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying. So I feel like sometimes the maturity level of the man really matters because like
Hmm.
I can be just like having a good time with my girls and just sharing that or just kicking it is not for nobody's attention. But I mean, I understand y'all are visual, so I
Right.
understand how that
We
can be
understand
played.
context too. If you
Yeah.
out with some females, there's ways to do it. Like if you out with the females, you got the dress on and like that, blah blah blah. You twerking with your females, it's your homegirls there. That's cool. But
Mhm.
if 90% of your pictures, you know what I mean? I'm not saying if you're a model or you're, you know what I mean, or you're trying to do something like that. That's your business. You know what I'm saying? That's actually supposed to be done. But if you're a regular female,
I'm here.
if you're a regular female, you should actually have some type of like watch, because the dudes that you really want. I'm not talking about the dudes that's out here hounding. If like you know what I mean, they on everything. You know what I'm saying? But if you really trying to find someone who will really wife you up and be a husband, the certain things that you post will X you out. You know what I'm saying? And men literally jump in with no intentions of breaking up. Once we choose a shorty, like like I told you last week, we will allow certain things from the female we care about, and y'all know that. That's why y'all push certain buttons. You know what I mean? Y'all
I,
know. You agree with that one?
I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree.
But if another female would try exactly what y'all did, they'll be blocked so fast, like so fast, and it's crazy.
Thanks.
And I got one more question of the day. All right, two more. It says, until you're married, don't give him wife privilege. What you think about that one? Then we're
That's
gonna
my
go to some.
sister. That's
That's
my
your sister.
sister.
Your
That's
sister.
gotta be my sister because what do I always say? You're single until you're what?
You're single till you're married. Okay.
Right. So there's certain things like we talked about off camera when I told you I feel like if I'm in a relationship with someone, what we do for each other is a plus. I'm supposed to take care of my own business, my own bills, and my own maintenance. You are supposed to take care of your business, your bills, your maintenance. What we do for each other is a plus. It's not recommended until we get married. So a lot of things like you shouldn't do wifey duties, do not move in together. Definitely don't put nothing in his name for you. Definitely don't have joint bank accounts. Don't move like no wife and he hasn't gave you that last name yet.
Ooh,
I'm not saying
I,
give the bare
I'm on
minimum,
the fence.
but
I'm on the fence with this one. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm on the fence. You hear me? Can you hear me? But I'm on the fence with this one because I'm as a man, right? Everything that a husband will be doing is mandatory even to get into the relationship.
let's talk about
Let's
let's get a
talk
little
about that.
deeper.
Okay, let's get in a little bit deeper. What I mean by that is if I'm not helping you out, let's just say you got kids, right? if I'm not being a secondary person to the kids, that's like a minimum requirement. That's really a husband thing. I shouldn't be a stepdad without the title, right? But these are things that I come as a package, right? You heard that one before, right? You know what I'm saying? If I'm not providing, if I'm not protecting, and if I'm not doing all of these things, the relationship's not even going to last. But so I look at it like this, you know what I mean? You should be doing everything you possibly could to better your situation. Like, it's like if you really, I'm just being honest. Like, if y'all, like me personally, I'm 100% person. Like, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? I'm coming like a tidal wave, or I'm not coming at all. You know what I
See,
mean?
you see how baby girl said, don't do wifey duties in a girlfriend status. It
Right.
goes the same thing with men. I feel like men have been so used to being treated a certain type of way, like they can't show their feelings, their emotions. Like
Hmm.
with the kids, sometimes the mom have more say so than the dad. I feel like as just like a woman, a man really need to like hold their power and hold their weight. Like, baby, I'm not helping you. I'm not taking you out to eat, and I'm not paying for your friends. I'm not paying for your kids at home. You need to be able to feed your own kids. Because here's the thing: before I came around, were you able to do that? And then too, that's why y'all need to do the process of elimination too. Quit being so no. And that's how men get used. And then they think all women are gold diggers, all women are this, all women are that, because y'all are giving husband energy in boyfriend situations. Quit doing that.
But you gotta remember though, we're only getting in a relationship with a shorty that we would marry.
Right. But see, that's why
If that makes sense.
that makes sense. But see, that's what makes it tough, because the same time though, still it still should be. I know that you're saying that men are like all or nothing, but
Hmm.
that's why it needs to be some type of boundary there. It needs to be boundaries in any situation, every situation. If y'all are not married and y'all are looking to get married, why are we living together? What? So if I'm giving you all this without the ring, without the last name, and then what? Why would you feel like you need to give me the last name? Why do you feel like you need to give me the title? Oh, we already doing this. Oh, we already doing that. Why we
That's
have
why
to
I'm
do this?
giving you the title though. You hear me?
Huh?
Me, I'm a different breed. That's why I'm giving you the title because we doing all this.
Right. But if you want to give me the title, you give me the ring. Go to the
That's what
courthouse.
that's what we talking about. Like if me
Okay.
like with me, if me and you are doing these things like for real, like that's just how I am. I'm coming like a tidal wave. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no I'm not a half stepper at all. Like if you invite me into your life, I'm elevating at any type of way that I possibly can. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though if she's doing that too, and I feel as though that and we're on that type of time consistently, oh yeah, we locked in. I'm dropping down. You know what I mean? I'm actually talking to your mom on the low. I'm doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Looking, hiding, trying to find your ring size on the low. I'm doing all that. You know what I mean?
Right, but it still should be some boundaries there until it's official.
But as a man, we only put boundaries on people we don't trust.
Mm.
Like if we feel as though we gotta put boundaries on like because we limitless, unconditional love. I don't know about like everybody's like this, but unconditional love. So if I gotta put conditions on my love, it's because you kind of yeah. And then that's when you know what I mean?
That's not putting a condition on the love.
Yeah, explain.
Creating a boundary is not putting a condition on the love. Creating a boundary is learning how to deal with each other without you getting hurt, without me being hurt. It's not. It's not
Mm.
a. It's not conditioned at all, baby. It's just see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why a lot of people get hurt because they feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm giving all or nothing, and then here's the woman. She's giving only a certain percent, which she's
Yeah.
supposed to, because okay, well, if you felt like this, then we'll be married. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm
I
just
agree.
speaking
I
about
100%.
how men in general, not how you are. I'm just saying. So it's like sometimes we are like, okay, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. If you want me to do this, if you want me to do that, if you feel that way, then I should be your wife. So
Mm.
I feel like a boundary is not a condition. I don't feel like,
It kind of is
and
because
to
if
me it's not. To me,
yeah,
to
I
me
understand
it's
though.
It's not to me.
I like that though. I like the way you explain that.
And
That's
I
fire.
like the way I like how you broke that down. That makes a lot of sense. Like, and it like explains a lot too. It explains a lot too.
That's why you see a lot of dudes, and then now, and like what we both saying combined leads to the toxicity, right? Because men are all in. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we're literally, if we get the wife energy from you, girlfriend. If we getting sexual, just I'm gonna tear you up. Like, you know what I mean? Just sex only, side chick joint. You know what I mean? So when we already put you in a wifey type of category. So once we actually do lock in with you, we're building from that day first. We're building you to be our significant other for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? What you know what I mean? We're not even thinking about breakup. We're thinking we're locked in. You know what I'm saying? So we're putting all the energy, but women are different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are more investigating and trying to figure stuff out. So that's where the energy, like, we're like to make it work. So dudes are 100%, and you said she's giving 50 because you're not her husband yet. You see what I'm saying? And she has a whole nother 50 to give you, but because you're giving 100, it feels a little up and down. What you think?
Facts. And I don't feel like the way you're explaining it. I don't feel like a lot of men are like that. And
Like what?
that could be like you were saying. Okay, so why is it? Let me ask you this: if a man is fully invested, when okay, so he's say you and a woman is married, right? You're fully
Mhm.
invested or whatever. If men are like that, then why are men cheating? Why are married men cheating if they're
Because God,
invested?
okay, because they primitive.
Right. And because they didn't take the time, so they didn't set boundaries and didn't take the time to certain things and do certain things like women do. So then they invest, and then once they find
No,
out
no, they want
it
her to be
takes
a girlfriend. It's just they didn't get over their primitive natural state yet. Like
okay.
they chose. It's more of them than her. You know what I'm saying? When we
Right.
saying like when we're saying like if we would take her serious 100%, but a lot of dudes can't, or you know what I mean, can't get over their natural hunt mentality. You know what I mean? And that kicks in. Even us dudes that like loyalty and stuff like that, the loyalty is in depriving yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why we fast and stuff like that. The honor is in rejecting yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of dudes don't have that strength to go against their primitive, which is kill, 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 kill. You know what I mean? So they fall victim and they get into a lower vibration, or their relationship might be up and down, and then they fall victim. Because a lot of dudes don't even know how to deal with their emotions and temptations because they're having them. You know what I mean? Some dudes think, I don't know, or girls think when we get into a relationship with a female that they're the only girl that we looking at or we want to sleep with. That's cap. Like we literally can see a girl walk past and we be like, oh, I killed that in our mind, like automatically. That's just how we're wired. But with that being said, the 10% of the men who really are husband, like 20%, I say 30, 20, 30% of
Hmm.
the world can deprive themselves of that natural instinct, and that's where most men fall victim at, by going back to their natural instinct, which is primitive. Because a
So,
human, what makes us better than animals is our ability to deprive ourselves from our natural instinct. We don't have to kill. We can, but we choose not to.
so do you agree with the don't give certain type of energy women shouldn't give wifey energy without the title, or do you feel like we
I feel
should?
like
You feel like we
I,
shouldn't
I feel like
invest
y'all
in hundred
should.
percent?
I feel like it's messed up, but because of how men are, if you're not doing that, you Xing yourself out on the back end. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in a dating market, what you not doing, somebody else is. You know what I'm saying? And also, it's messed up that it's like that. But the things that really men like are your wife type things, and I think that'll be the keys. I would say that actually make him drop down on one knee. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing no wifey material things, he don't know what you're going to be like as a wife. That's what we're looking at.
Well, you see the potential there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So with us, it's like so you see the potential there. You see how he maneuver with his kids. You see how he is as far as finances. You see how he He is actually, as far as like being loyal. So you can actually see the, the potential, but it's like, oh, okay, because it's levels to everything. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, I can see. All right, he got husband energy. All right, I
Hmm.
love the way he communicate. He top tier with this. He top tier with that. All right, cool. You know, we move like that. It's not like a
Nah, guys, yo, we different, yo. That's wifey. We in, we locked in. So that I don't know why we like I don't know, like I'm that's probably just me or like because I know a lot of other guys like this too, but it's like we looking for those type of things to see how you will move as that. You know what I mean?
right.
Because at the
So
end of the day, we don't want to just give anybody that position. You know? And then she actually gets that position, and then you want her to magically just be something that she's never been or you never seen before.
right, so that's why the time y'all are dating, you actually seeing if she have those qualities.
Right.
It's
Okay. Now I
doing
got a
the
question.
check and see.
Okay, how do you look for them qualities? Like how do you tell? Like you're a female, so you know, like you know what I'm saying. You know how women be acting. So what would you be looking for if you was a guy and a female to trying to determine if he's going to be your significant other?
It's in people, not on people. So it's just like the natural state. So if I'm talking to a man, if I know you have kids, I'm going to be listening for your kids, and I'm gonna wait, like, because I'm a full time mom. So when
Hmm.
I'm dealing with my kids, I'm trying to see. Hey, you did tell me you had kids, right? When do you spend time? I'm looking to see how much time he spends around his kids, how often he brings his kids up, how him as a father, period. Him as a father figure, period. How
Hmm.
he is with his finances. Um, and you can tell like little stuff like by conversations that y'all having. Like sometimes if somebody is in a bad space or in a bad state financially, their vibration is kind of low. They're in a messed up space. So you're
I agree.
talking to them and they always bring up finance problems. They're always spending unnecessary money. They're not talking about investing. Like if you are having a conversation, if you're trying to have like a business conversation or just throwing out there like, yeah, baby, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Or, what about investing in this, investing in that? So those are like the testers. It's certain
Mm.
things that you do. You see if they have those certain qualities. So like, oh, okay. So then that's when we put you in a bubble. That's when we put you in a bubble. Like, oh, okay. So, well, he's just gonna be good for this, or he's just gonna be good for that. Because a lot of times men talk their way out of a lot of things. All you have to do is just sit
I
back.
did that before. I did that before.
Yeah, you just sit back and listen. So it's like because we are not women. We're not playing. Like we're not playing. Like if we are playing, then we know we're playing. We on that type of time. But if we are not on that type of time, like no, it's different things. We're going to spend money on you. We're gonna spend time. We're gonna try to bring you around the kids, bring you around the family. So we do little things to see if that potential is even there. If
Mm.
that makes sense.
I agree with that. And I'm gonna give the female thing what I'm looking for, right? Like, and any female, like if I'm gonna do a significant other, I'm gonna start off one with how she is as a mother. So I'm gonna like kind of caveat what you said about the father because at the end of the day, if you sleeping with Shorty long term, eventually you might go bareback or whatever. Let's just say you would have a baby with ex Shorty on accident. What we gonna leave the accident up for the grabs, right? Because we both know what we signed up for when you have unprotected, right?
Yeah.
But it's an accident because you're not technically planning for it that specific time when you have it, right? So as a mom, you have to like what I'm looking for. Are you good with your kids? What your structure is like? What time your kids usually go to sleep? Look at stuff like that. If your kids are up at 3 in the morning every day, that just shows, and they have school the next day. Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? Can I bring can will the things that my son learns from you affect him positively or negatively? You know what I mean? Because you're going to be his like a second mom to him. You know what I'm saying? He got a mom, of course, right? So you'll be like a second mom. And if we get married, you'll be his stepmom. So he's going to look up to you, get the tendencies of you, and also you'll be around him a lot. So now, if you have bad tendencies, that'll be rubbed off on my son, and that's just not a no good. You know what I mean? Do your kids respect you, your authority? And you see this, right? Like let's just say if the kids are acting up a little out of pocket around me or whatever, and she be like, stop it, right? And they shut right up. I mean, she did that before. But if she be like, stop, and they look at her like, why you showing off? Cause you know what I mean? She's automatically a dub. Yeah, that's just what it is. I'm sorry, your kid, like, you don't discipline your kids and they just literally just laughed in your face. You know what I mean? No, that's a dub.
I agree. They
That's some real shit, ain't it?
looking at you like, Mama, why you showing out in front of this man?
Yo, all your kids conscious beings, like how your kids are should respect it, like they're a reflection of you. So if your kids is ratchet, cursing up and down, blah blah blah, cursing, just doing all. I'm not saying kids not gonna curse. This is 2023. They're open to more, right? But if that's all they're talking about or all they're doing, no, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing that. It's just an X. You feel me? And also, what is your goals? You know what I mean? As in Florida, like, what is your goals? Do you have a goal? You know what I mean? And also, can I I'm a weird mind. Can I unlock your weird mind? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Because I don't just talk on a base level. If you know what I mean? I talk on a very high frequency. So if I want to talk about sacred geometry, or I want to talk about the math it takes to create the universe, if I want to talk about astral projection, if I want to talk about some stuff that you never probably even heard of, even if you don't know, are you receptive? And also, are you receptive to my word? You know what I'm saying? Is my word a word law to you? Because at the end of the day, if you want me to protect you, you have to give me some type of authority when I say, nah, you wildin', you know what I mean, to chill. Because you that might get both of us killed. Because at the end of the day, you talking crazy to do 6'8". I don't want to fight main man either. For real, I'm gonna have to fight him for both of us. But I don't need to see me get beat up by a dude 6'8". You know what I mean? So if I tell you to chill, it's not worth it. Can you calm down? And also, how how my word is respected in the house. You know what I'm saying? Do your kids respect me? And also, like, just like that. And another thing too, if I bond with your kids, that's another big thing with me. Like me and your kids are locked in. It allows me to more feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more of a end thing. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
I agree. So it goes back to what we talked about. Those are the qualities, right?
Facts.
Gotta have. So we sitting back and we paying attention to that. And either it's there or it's not. And if it's not there, then we just try to figure out, we create a boundary. And we figure out, okay, so this person is gonna be in my life and they're gonna serve this purpose.
Facts. And we got one last question. Sorry, there's so many. Why, when a woman trusts her man, doesn't trust her man, they call it intuition, but when a man doesn't trust his woman, they call it insecure. What do you think?
Because the score the score is not even.
That's fire.
The score is not even. Just like
The
a woman
score
can
is
express
definitely not
her
even.
a woman can express her feelings and emotions and be all over Facebook acting all crazy and it's all she just heartbroken, she's emotional, and then when a man is doing this, you don't have no business doing that. You supposed to be doing that. It's a double standard. Just like it's a double standard when it comes to a man sleeping with a bunch of women. And it's okay in certain aspects, in certain circles. But if a woman does it, then she's considered something else. So I feel like both of that's a double standard.
Yeah, I
Because I
agree.
mean, if he feels some type of way, he feels some type of way. Because one thing about a woman, she's we are like emotional. So if we feel something, we 9 times out of 10, we gonna go with the feeling. We might make up some things in our head and we gonna start believing it, this and that. 9 times out of 10, men so go off of proof. They probably think you're doing something or they can feel it, but if there's no proof, they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna start tripping or doing all that. But I just feel like
Ooh, you just spoke of something right there. That's a key that you don't even know what you said. Okay, and that's like the difference between men and women, right? You just said something so fire that'll help so many ladies, and I want you to get to drop. That's a gem right there, right? If you feel some type of way in your head that he's doing something, don't act like he's doing something.
Don't ignore the tuition because we
I'm not
have
saying don't
tuition.
ignore it, but I'm
Because
talking
we
about
can feel
don't
when y'all
act as
messing
though you
up.
could. Right,
We
right,
can
right.
feel it.
But you don't know if he's messing up yet. You can't treat him as though he messed up before you even knew that he messed up. If that makes sense.
That makes sense.
If
You got
that,
to pay attention to it. You don't
right,
forget it,
right,
but you still
exactly, and
need
that
proof. You can't because, like
exactly.
I said, with a woman, she'll go to create some stuff in her head. Don't even be that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's right. Like, don't ignore your tuition. I don't feel like a man should do that either. I feel like he should
Hmm.
don't ignore your tuition, but more so, like I said, a man is gonna go off proof. They have to see the black and white. And a
Hmm.
woman is just gonna go off how she feels.
But also too though, like yeah, it's rare that you catch a female. So like, hey, sometimes you might have to go off of feelings for real. Like, hey,
You
I'm
just
like,
don't be
but
paying attention because you gotta
yeah, yeah, you're
understand.
right though. Like a lot of dudes be like, including myself, la la land. Like you're not really looking for nothing bad from her. You know what I'm saying? But low key, she's doing a whole bunch of maneuvering behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And she
Mhm,
knows how to
mhm.
micromanage it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do
Don't do
that.
what?
Don't do that. Because let me tell you something. You can tell if your woman is doing something if you are actually paying attention to your woman. You actually know your woman because a woman leaves mentally first, right? So we actually try. So we not like a man. So if a man and a woman is in a relationship and he's not being pleased sexually, he's quick to leave. We are not. We would deal with that and deal with that and deal with that and try to help better the situation before we actually move to a whole nother thing. So it's like
Mm.
if he's actually paying attention to his woman, he's gonna know that something is not right because she's gonna be different. The energy is gonna be different.
Yeah,
How
it should
she
be a little
speaks
bit
to him is
distant.
different. How she move is different. How she carry herself is different. How it's a lot of things. I'm not necessarily saying because those things change that it's another person. Because sometimes 9 times out of 10 we leave relationships for ourselves. You know,
Right.
but if that man is actually paying attention, if that's what a woman too. If you're paying attention to your man, you're gonna know something is up. The communication gonna change. A lot of things change if you once you pay attention and learn that person. So I
Mm.
don't feel like it's hard to detect if a woman is cheating because, like I said, we leave mentally first
Yeah,
after
that's
we
real.
have told you several times.
Yeah, that's real though because like you can feel the energy switch.
Hmm?
Most definitely. And so then that should be a hint right there. Like it might not be it, but I want to go to the next sponsor because as y'all know, this is gonna be dope. Thanksgiving weekend. You feel me? My boy Bobby Valentino will be live in the Y. You feel me? Shout out to Smash Entertainment for this one. Bobby Valentino, November 25th at the Ballroom in York, November 25th. Hit up Aaron Smash Williams for your tickets. And don't forget, my boy will be live on the podcast. Shout out to Bobby V, you know what I mean? Blessing KNT Radio, coming to the Y, doing what they do, you know what I'm saying? And also December 16th, if you want to meet Christy in person, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get an interview. Drew Hill, you know what I'm saying? The legendary Drew Hill, Baltimore's finest, will be in the Y as well, December 16th. And that's also another dope Smash Entertainment event. We will be live backstage doing interviews. Shout out to Drew Hill coming on the podcast as well. And make sure you pull up to the KNT Radio interview booth. Me and Christy will be live on set. How you feel meeting Drew Hill, man? It's lit. It's going up, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Uh-huh. I gotta get my tell me step on. Tell me what you want. I'm gonna be in that step joint. I'll be in that joint killing that. Yo,
I
I'm
gotta get
telling
me a
you.
jacket. I'm not
Yo.
used to that.
Oh,
That I gotta get me a coat.
oh yeah, it's a different breed out here. This ain't Texas. It's a different breed. Like so the same way we feel about the heat is probably how y'all feel about the cold. You know what I'm saying? Because 120-degree weather, nah, you won't see my face outside until it get cold again, until 70, 80. I'm be on the 2K heavy. And another thing too, we just got a message, a question that we wanted to ask. How how do you get through the storm in your relationship? Like when things aren't good, and y'all like on the edge. Y'all don't know if y'all want to break up or not. How do you get back to trust? You know what I mean? The trust might be broken, whatever might be going on. How do you get through that storm?
Counseling.
Mm,
Sit down. Communicate with each other. If you guys don't trust a counselor or trust just an outside person in your business, sit down. Have an honest conversation with each other. Figure out what's wrong. See what it is. See sometimes it's simple as y'all need to date again. Cause y'all didn't stop dating. Or y'all didn't stop doing a lot of things that y'all did at the beginning to whatever made y'all fall in love. So just sitting down and just being honest with each other. I feel like sometimes that's hard because people don't want to be honest. Like, oh, well, if I say this, no, it's wrong. This is my life. This is your life. If this is my partner, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life with. We got to be okay with having uncomfortable conversations. Let's sit down and let's figure out what the problem is and figure out what we can do to fix it.
mm. I also think that's like being looking within first though, like, and also like, and I'll be guilty of this too. Like, and it goes back to what you said. If I don't feel like though I'm doing anything wrong, you know what I mean. But what if multiple people are telling you the same thing? You know what I'm saying. And also, you want to work on compromising. You know what I'm saying. So sometimes, like when things aren't going, you try different things because at the end of the day, if trying the same things over and over and expecting different results is insanity, right? So if you tried to exhausted every idea you had and they didn't work, why not try some of her ideas and see if we can get to that result? Because at the end of the day, it's all about getting back to where we was. Like if we was like you said, I like what you said about not dating. We go pick a day that we do something, try something different, jump out of our comfort zone, try to just build that friendship back first. Because at the end of the day, if we can't coexist, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how much we are sexually attracted to each other. If you don't motivate me to be the best person I want to be, you know what I'm saying?
Um, I'm more so sticking what I said because here's why I'm saying that. I'm miserable as hell if I'm working on something that somebody else want me to work on and I don't feel like it's a problem.
Word. I
When
feel you.
people change things in a relationship when they want to change. When a person changes. So that's just like if me and you are in a relationship and something happened and boom, you start doing something with the next person. It don't have nothing to do with that person now. That energy, that person might have brought like a different type of energy or something around you, but you eternally wanted to change. So you have to sit and you have to wait for people. If that's a problem for you, then you need to learn how to abort the mission. If a
Mm,
person is doing something that you feel like you can't deal with, you don't get the you people are going to change and fix when they want to change and fix things. I'm not gonna fix something for somebody else. I don't care if the whole village thinks something is up. If I don't feel like it's up, then I don't care.
I feel
I'm
that.
not gonna change it. And if I do change it, it's not gonna be genuine. And then I'm not gonna be happy. That's putting you and your needs before me and mine. Cause I don't feel like I need it. I don't feel like I need to change.
Mm, I like that right there. And also another one. How long after a breakup should you start dating again?
They asking you. They don't need to ask me. Cause I'm with old girl that was on TikTok. All I need is a baby and my hair done, baby. Cause I ain't finna argue.
Dang, yo, Aquarius is no joke.
Damn.
Sheesh. Like the
No,
breakup happened at
because
Oh
6:30.
man.
She was on a date at 8.
Well,
you have
That's
to understand
crazy.
it's facts over feelings. If you and that person broke up, that means you done tried everything you need to try and it's not working. You
Mm,
can't make something fit that's not gonna fit. You know what I'm saying? So take the lesson and whatever it is, see, once you learn that lesson, then you're all right to go. So that's just me. If I didn't try it and you didn't try it, it's not there. I'm not cut. What do I need to sit and heal for? I learned what I need to learn.
yeah, that's how you break up with somebody and be on a date at 6:30 and be on a date at 8.
The
That's
same night,
wild.
the same
This,
day, right? It'd be like,
sheesh.
hey, big head.
Oh my God. Nah, me personally, because I go so hard. You know what I mean? Like, and I like with me with loyalty, and then and I really rock with you. I gotta kind of mourn you
I'm
like
not.
you died for real.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah. This gonna sound weird. Hold on real quick. It's gonna sound weird, but I got kind of mourn you like you died for real. Like for real though.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
bro.
this for that question. Now, it just depends because you don't want to jump in a whole nother situation and you're not emotionally available.
Yeah,
So
and
it
that's
really
where
depends on the
right.
dynamic of the relationship.
Yeah, and that's where I go at. I like I cause because I'm at a low vibration about
Okay.
like you know what I mean. I don't
Okay.
want to attract somebody else at that same vibration. So I'm not even going out looking until I fix me. Because because I don't want to bring somebody else into some bull crap. You know what I mean? You feel what
So
I'm saying?
it's not a time. So if you had to put like you give yourself, you think probably like a month, a couple of weeks.
Okay, like
If you
40,
had
like
if you
30
had to
days,
put time on it, yeah.
like 30 days, like 30 days before I start dealing with anybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. Like 30 days. I just don't like because when with me, I don't put bad energy into the world at all. Like that's not my goal at all. And I watch who I'm around, and I know what I'm susceptible to at certain vibrations because I study the energies and the chakras and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I'm not myself, and I know when I'm not myself is when I don't feel comfortable by myself. If that makes sense.
No, no, that makes perfect sense. But sometimes you know who's next. And
Right. I'm
sometimes
not saying
nine
you
times
don't know
out of
who
10,
goes
y'all
next.
be
Right.
entertaining.
Exactly. But I don't
So
want to give if they're good peoples. I don't want to give them my bad energy. But I
like
so I want to elevate myself first at the end of the day. So I focus on elevating myself, and I go into these work modes where I just grind and I start achieving mad stuff. And that's when you start seeing that limited stuff. And that's how I bring my confidence back with all the stuff that you're going to see coming out of this grind. I might buy something crazy. I might move into a new situation. I might do stuff like that. But I'm gonna be more focused on elevating myself in every aspect. You know what I mean? So when I do come out, I'm stepping and I'm glowing. I'm not walking. I'm not gonna be the guy in there. Oh my God, you never guess what this girl. Nah, hell nah. When you see me out, I'm vibrating high. If I'm not vibrating high, I'm not around anybody.
sometimes as women we do that. That what you're saying, we do that while we in a relationship. Because again, we leave men
Damn.
alone. So listen, you ever seen the post, ladies? Y'all ever seen like when men make posts like, oh, after a breakup, she didn't start going to school. She didn't start like we didn't because
She had
we're
a list.
gone. Like we're gone. So right now we are in the midst of elevating ourselves. Like you are at that point when we are mentally gone, you're physically just there.
Hmm. They said nobody flyer than the girl that just left you. She looking good on the book for you to be mad at. I'm telling you. Don't go. That's why I tell you, do not go on her social media, cause she's looking better than she ever looked like in a couple months.
Skin
She
glowing.
been. I know she been bonnet on sweatsuit for the last 6 months of the relationship, but tonight she got the buns out. She got the fishnets. She got them propped up for the new whoever the new nigga gonna be. So do not go on her page. And the next question: Can a good woman change a man?
A good woman can bring good energy around a man and make him want to do better, but he has to change for himself. It's a
Right.
self
I
thing.
agree. I agree with that.
So
Okay.
yeah,
So
she can bring good energy and make him want to do better. And
right. I like how you said that. You make him want to change.
yeah,
Yeah, and I agree with that because at the end of the day, when you get a female that has no bad intentions towards you, you don't want to fuck it up. Like, that's really what it
right.
is. Yeah, that's really what it be. Like I swear to God, a lot of dudes don't want to say it like that. So we kind of be walking on eggshells, like, yeah, hold on. I kind of like it here. Like I'm trying to chill. Like, I'm trying to keep it balanced. I don't want to show too much because I don't want to be like a kid in the candy store, just happy I'm here. You know what I mean? But
And sometimes y'all be real too and tell a person. Like sometimes women don't listen. Because when a man tell you like you can do better than me or you deserve better, it's like they know what you have to offer. They know you a good woman. They know they just not there yet. And sometimes, like I told you, like we just spoke about a while ago, like sometimes people try to force themselves. Like, okay, so I run into a good man. He's this, he's that. So then I'm trying to force myself to be on this level that he's on, and then I'm faking it. So it's not gonna last long because I'm faking it.
Right.
So, I feel like she can bring, or a man and a woman can bring great energy and make you want to do better and see things differently and want more. But I have to want to change for me, for it to be
Yeah.
genuine, and for it to stick.
And another thing too, though, you can want to do a lot of things that you don't do.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like, if she makes you want to do more, do more. Don't just want to do more. You know, if that makes sense?
Learn how, though. Learn how.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, word.
like how a man can have that conversation with a woman and say, "Hey, you deserve better," and then we as women, we're like, "Well, I only want you, so let's do better." Like, what
Exactly.
what is it that we can do to help? You have to want to do it, like you said, not just say it. Oh yeah, I want to do this, I want to do that. No, let's put some actions in it, because women, we are really patient. We really are. Like, we
I
are
agree with
really,
that.
we are really patient, and when we actually want, we want the same thing y'all want. Like, I don't know where the disconnect is. We want the same thing y'all want. We want to be stuck with y'all like y'all stuck with us. But I feel
Oh,
like
that kind
sometimes
of
as women
goes
we
into
have
the
more
last question
patience.
of the day, too. Are women taught to coexist with men nowadays?
I'm gonna let you answer that one first.
Hell no. No, I just don't think like they're mindful enough. Like they like oh like for example, like my homie told me this. Like Shorty worried about Shorty keep asking me about the dog. She keep asking me about the kids ate, but she never texts me if I ate. You know what I'm saying? The only if that makes sense. Like you worrying about the dog. You know what I mean? And the people like you see what I'm saying? But they're not mindful. And also, I don't think they're raised around men to know what real men are like. A female can't tell you what a real man is. It's just not possible. You know what I mean? But she can show you from what her man was like. She can tell you about her man, but she can't tell you about what all men are like. You need to hear and be around a man, like an actual positive human being. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell females to put their kids in football or something like that, so they can be around other positive male influences. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can tell you what a man is like, but they're not around enough men, and that kind of has to do with us going in the game, getting locked up, and whatever we're doing, we're not being in the house. So there's a lot of single father households. So I don't want to single mother households. So they're not around men to enough to even know what a man is like to even know what he wants. You know what I'm saying? Only a man can kind of show you what that is.
Okay. I agree. But I also feel like everybody's different and everybody brings different things out to the table. So, what you sometimes you got to nip things in the bud, and what you accept in the beginning and what you run with in the beginning, people gonna think is cool. That's why you have to check stuff at the door. So when they
Hmm.
first started, like, that should have been a requirement. See, people don't require certain things, and then they get mad when that person don't have that in them. So if I've never been around a man that wanted me, because sometimes some men are nonchalant, some men are like, oh, some men are used to being the pleasers, so they don't know how to reciprocate a woman that's trying to please them. So sometimes when you're actually trying to tell a man, like, okay, what have you ate, have you did this, have you did that, they not used to that sometimes. So that should be established in the dating stage. I just feel like
Right.
I told you before, a lot of things need to be talked about and shared. Like, hey, baby, I don't know if you are used to this, but I like this or I like that. Maybe she's never been in a situation to where she cares, but
Word.
just express that. Just communicate. Communication will fix a lot.
Most likely.
I feel like they are.
Okay. I'll explain.
I,
Explain how they taught to coexist with men. I want to hear
it just depends, because let me say this. Just because she didn't have a father figure in her life, she has some type of male figure in her life.
this.
Whether
I
it's a
agree.
grandfather, whether it's a cousin, whether it's a brother, whether it's a um whomever. She is taught. Now, I feel like habits and behavior changes a lot of things. We're human. So we were taught a certain thing, but hey, somewhere down the line that could have changed, or like I said, people just require different things. So I feel like um it was some type of male figure that will show you, okay, well, don't do this, don't do that, don't speak to a man like that. Don't. And then here's the thing too. like I said, it just depends on the person that you're dealing with, because some men accept certain things that other men don't. Some
I
men
agree.
like a masculine woman. Some men don't. Some men like a woman to be on his back, on his whatever. Sorry. Some men like a woman to be on his back, or some men don't. So it's like, again, I feel like we know the basics and we were taught, but I just feel like it depends on the person. It depends on the man
Hmm.
and the needs and the wants, because
Okay, so I
everybody's
got a
different.
question. What percentage of women are taught to coexist with men in America in modern day 2023? What percentage?
I'm gonna give it 70.
70. I gotta move to Texas. Ain't like that up here.
Because I
Yo,
mean, it's
the
like this,
Northeast
men
is
too.
way different. Oh man, the Northeast is way different.
And it's like, I feel that's how I feel. And then too, it's like women act like women around men that they feel like are real men.
You said
So
what?
a lot of things, what I mean by that is, a lot of things is gonna actually come natural to a woman when she feels like that person is a provider. That person
Mm,
is that man. So I feel like if she's not acting like that, if she's, it all depends on the person. It all depends on the man. But I feel like, to answer the question, I feel like yes, we are taught.
facts. But make sure y'all follow my homie B_G Boutique. And make sure y'all come in on here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Me, Christy again, and my boy Juan. And make sure y'all tune in, like I said, Saturday. See us. Too Damn Funny Comedy Show. My man Alabama from Comic Views in the building. You will see KNT Radio Live. Drew Hill, December 16th. You know what I mean? And also Bobby Valentino, November 25th. It's a lot of stuff going on. Make sure y'all tuning in. Follow me, KNT Radio, YouTube, Instagram, Khalil Brown on Facebook, and we out.